Pre-trial hearing of the VBS Mutual Bank case has now been postponed to January next year. That's because the defense is not ready. Former ANC Limpopo Treasurer Danny Msiza wants his trial to be separated from his co-accused. He and 13 others face over 100 charges relating to the plundering of the VBS Mutual Bank. They allegedly looted more than 2 billion rand between 2015 and 2018. My colleague, that's eNCA reporter Govan Whittles, was in court earlier and is joining us now in the studio for more this hour here on the Midday View. Govan, thank you very much for coming in. Just key highlights of what happened in court today. Can we start there?
Well, it was all about the administration of this pre-trial, and what emerged in court was that many of the defense's legal representatives were either not ready or were in the process of consulting with their clients, so it looks like they'll need more time, at least until the 15th of December. And there are three main reasons why today's pre-trial hearing was postponed. One, Danny Msiza, the former provincial treasurer, wants to be separated from the rest of the group. He'll make that application in the High Court next week, and we expect that to be concluded by next week. The second reason is because many of these advocates are not sure whether or not their clients will be able to afford them. They have financial consultations or instructions that need to be concluded, and the judge has said, well, I can't allow you to consult in perpetuity, so I'll give you until the 15th of December to find out in the final term whether or not you'll be representing these people or whether legal aid should come in to represent them. And then the third reason is just a request for more information, further particulars emanating from that 600 or so pages of information that the state's case is based on. And then another interesting part that came out of today's hearings is that there appears to be rumors of another one of the accused turning state witness, and we understand it could be one of the former executives of the VBS Bank. That would be important because one of the former executives, the CFO, Philip Truter, is already serving 10 years behind bars. He was convicted on corruption, fraud and money laundering. Okay,
this one issue here, and it's VBS Mutual Bank's plundering. One crime, so to speak, overriding. There's many charges, but that's the main crime. Why is Mr. Msiza wanting his trial to be separate from his co-accused when, from the outside at least, it looks like it's all got to do with one thing, VBS Mutual Bank?
What's the similarities between the 13 co-accused, excluding Danny Msiza, are that they were involved in the administration of the bank, the running of it, and specifically the financial transactions. And remember, at the core of this, these people are accused of falsifying the financial records of the bank while facilitating the looting of 2 billion rand. And Danny Msiza is accused of lobbying municipalities to donate money to or to deposit money with the VBS Bank in contravention of the PFMA and the MFMA. And we understand that his application next week would be centered on that. Of course, Pradan, we haven't seen all of the court papers, but the state is opposing that application, and it says that more details about it will emanate from next week. But it does have to do with how the bank was administered, and then the role of lobbying the people to deposit money into the bank.
Yeah, which was sort of outside the bank, but it's linked to one. So the state is opposing it. We'll have to see. And that's going to be taking place in a high court, that application, shortly by Mr. Msiza?
That will be taking place in the High Court. They'll have to wrap it up soon because Danny Msiza could now appeal this application if he loses, and then if he loses the appeal, he could try to go to the Constitutional Court. So theoretically, you could be looking at a delay of 6 months to a year. But the state wants this wrapped up as soon as possible and doesn't want this to delay the actual trial of the main accused any further.
Yeah, let's point, this is still pre-trial stage, but the defense does not seem to be ready. And you said in this case today, the judge said you've got until the 15th of December. One would therefore presume that hopefully Mr. Msiza's own sideshow would be wrapped up before then.
That date was decided on assuming that they would be able to wrap that up before then. They're certainly hoping to do so. The actual postponement for the pre-trial hearing, when they'll set that real trial date, is the 24th of January. And in between then, they're hoping that these accused would be able to change lawyers, if they so wish, get legal aid, give further instructions, be clear about the 2 terabytes of information that the case is based on, so that when they appear on the 24th, a date could be set when, and the state says it's still very confident about its case and believes it can secure a conviction.
So the next 2 months are going to be critical. Thank you very much for that update. Govan Whittles just giving us the latest that happened in court today in that pre-trial hearing of the VBS Mutual Bank, which has now been provisionally postponed to January next year.